Hello and welcome to Slow Thoughts in English. My name is Adam, and the person sitting next to me is Rachel. In today's conversation, we are talking about the end of the year and the quiet feelings that come when a new beginning is close.
Thank you for being here. This is a slow and calm conversation. There is no rush, just thoughts, silence, and simple English.
The year is almost over. When I stop and look back, it feels less like an ending and more like a quiet pause. Time didn't rush. It just kept moving while we tried to keep up. Do you remember how you felt at the beginning of this year?
I remember feeling hopeful, not excited, not confident, just open, like something inside me was waiting, without knowing what for.
Quiet hope often stays unnoticed. It doesn't make noise. It doesn't ask for attention. It simply waits, even when the year becomes heavy.
As the year goes on, hope changes. Sometimes it grows, sometimes it fades, sometimes it becomes so quiet that we forget it's still there.
I think many people feel tired right now. Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. A deeper tired. The kind that comes from holding too much for too long.
Mental tiredness, emotional weight, small worries, unfinished thoughts, things we meant to deal with, but never found the time to.
As the new year gets closer, people start preparing. They clean their homes. They organize their lives, trying to create a sense of control before time moves on again.
Some people find comfort in that. Others feel pressure, like the year is asking them to show results, to explain themselves.
This is the season of comparison. We look around, we measure, we question, we ask things we wouldn't ask ourselves on an ordinary day.
Questions like, did I do enough? Am I falling behind? Questions that sound simple, but leave a quiet ache.
They rarely have gentle answers, and yet we keep returning to them, as if repetition might make them kinder.
I don't think preparing for a new year has to be big. It doesn't need to be impressive. Sometimes it can be very small.
Small how?
A moment of space, a breath without purpose, a decision to stop adding and start letting go.
That sounds unfamiliar to how most people think about goals. Goals are usually about more effort, more direction, more pressure.
Yes, more work, more plans, more expectations, until even a new beginning feels heavy.
Do you still make New Year's resolutions?
Not anymore. I used to. They felt hopeful at first, then distant, then uncomfortable.
Because they weren't honest.
Exactly. They were about who I thought I should be, not who I was becoming.
That kind of expectation can quietly drain us.
So now, I prepare by looking back, not to judge, not to correct, just to notice.
What do you notice when you look back?
The quiet moments, the ones without plans, walking without a reason, sitting with thoughts I didn't try to fix.
Those moments don't look like progress, but they change something inside.
Slow change rarely asks to be seen. It simply stays.
As 2026 gets closer, what do you think people need most?
Permission, to rest, to not know, to arrive unfinished.
Life doesn't reset at midnight. We don't suddenly understand ourselves because the calendar changes.
Time keeps going. We just decide to pause for a moment and call it a new year.
And maybe that pause is the real gift.
A moment to be present, without fixing, without rushing.
If someone feels anxious about 2026, what would you tell them?
You don't need confidence. You don't need clarity. You just need to be here.
That is enough.
Presence is enough.
As the year ends, maybe preparation means one thing:
What's that?
making space for rest, for honesty, for slow thoughts.
I like that. It feels possible.
Me too.
2026 is waiting, not to judge, not to test, just to meet us where we are,
Slowly.
as we are.
Before we end, I want to stay here a little longer, not to add more words, just to notice the moment.
Yes. Endings don't always need to feel final. Sometimes they are simply a place to rest.
A place to breathe before moving on.
The year is ending, but we are still here, still listening, still becoming.
We don't have to carry everything forward.
Some things can stay behind, some worries, some expectations,
Not because they were wrong.
but because they are no longer needed.
If you are listening right now, take a moment.
Notice where you are. Notice how you feel.
There is nothing to fix.
Nothing to complete.
This moment is enough.
You are enough.
When the new year arrives, it won't ask for explanations.
It won't ask for proof.
It will simply continue.
Just like you.
So we will end this conversation here.
Not with answers.
Not with promises.
Just with presence.
Thank you for staying with us.
We'll meet you again when you're ready to slow down.
Until then,
Take care.